Hi guys, I'm Adam Wilborn from What Culture. He's Adam Cleary from What Culture, and we are here with your afternoon news.
It's normally hashtag good afternoons, but it's not really good. This is it. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible.
More developments surrounding the situation with Jim Cornette and NWA Power. This statement has just come out. Effective immediately, Jim Cornette has resigned from the National Wrestling Alliance as an announcer on the November 19th edition of NWA Power. Jim made remarks during a singles match between Nick Aldis and Trevor Murdoch that were both offensive and do not meet the high standards of decency and good faith of the National Wrestling Alliance. To ensure that such an error can never happen again, we've established new procedures of review for all NWA programming going forward.
Yeah, it's grim this. Obviously, if you've missed this entire story so far, last night on the broadcast episode of NWA Power, Jim Cornette made some remarks which I won't be repeating here, but were really not okay. He tried to laugh them off on his social media. NWA obviously got a social media storm their way in the morning and responded by saying, yes, we see what he's done there. That's obviously not very good. They've taken the episode down while they try and recut it to remove all of that. I think it might just have gone back up as we're going in to do this. But as of this evening, I have not got a watch on. They have announced that Jim Cornette has resigned from NWA Power. So he obviously didn't see too much of a problem with it, judging by his social media reaction, but clearly his employers did, and good on them, IMHO.
Yeah, it's a surreal situation because they clearly didn't have that much of an issue with it because they first broadcast it.
Yeah, well, the problem with it is it's something Cornette actually said in the past. Like, one of the things that's come out today is people have been drudging up a lot of old stuff he said on episodes of WWE, things he said on talks, on social media, things like that, and it's not a million miles away from what that man's general level of humour is. So I can see why, if you're willing to employ him for something like NWA Power, you probably don't think that's too out of the ordinary. But how that could get through production, through several people, you would imagine, and nobody go, should we maybe not say that on television, is beyond me. But fair play, credit where it's due, NWA Power have done, well, it's their own mess. It's a mess of their own making, but given what's happened, they've done probably the best thing they can do, taking the episode down, getting it edited, and now putting these procedures in place and relieving Cornette of his duties.
But the problems don't necessarily end there for NWA Power, do they?
We're not totally sure how this one's going to work, but obviously NWA Power do pre-tape a number of their episodes. They've got 2 or 3, I think I'm right in saying, still to come up that were recorded at the same time, and will thus obviously have Cornette in the broadcast. Now, we know ourselves from doing WCPW, you can occasionally just do a whole new commentary track if you want, but the unique way in which they present that show means it would be very difficult to cut around all the cuts to commentary and all the stuff on that. So we don't know what they're going to do. It might have to be a little disclaimer at the start saying these were recorded before certain employment changes were made, before certain procedural practices were changed. So I don't know. I hope they deal with it as best they can. But it's just gross.
Yeah, and it's a real shame this for NWA Power because, you know,
it's been brilliant so far.
In the light of people always, or everyone talking about WWE and AEW, NWA Power quite quietly have been producing a great little wrestling show that's a real alternative to what's out there right now. And whilst, you know, the loss of Jim Cornette won't directly affect them too much, you know, he is a personality that a lot of people on the internet are huge fans of, but I doubt that you will stop watching a show just because he's not on there. It's a bad time to have negative publicity around a promotion that seems to be really carving a little niche in their own market.
Yeah, I hope it's not too much of a roadblock for them going forward, because as I say, the general product has been very good, and this is of course just one man in a sea of a company, which is, you know, relatively to be applauded for everything they've done so far. I mean, I hope the people who are, you know, responsible for this ultimately and letting it get through are either slapped on the wrist sufficiently or also given a similar punishment. But it's just such a stupid, avoidable thing that just shouldn't be an issue at all now. Like, you should just know that's not. If you got away with saying it on Raw in 1994, so what? It doesn't matter.
Especially because we were talking about this earlier in the office. The point he was trying to make about Trevor Murdoch being able to look after himself, there's plenty of other ways to say that.
There are a million other analogies you can use for that. It's just, this is the thing, and I've seen like a lot of the social media reaction to this. No doubt we'll get the comments and the tweets and whatever. Yeah. All I'm going to say is, right, I'm not going to tell you what to think, right? You tell whatever views you want, but if you're looking at this and you think, I don't really see why that's a problem, please don't assume that means that it isn't one, okay? Maybe just take that as, you don't understand why that's a problem. Because trust me, it really is. It really is.
Well, let us know your thoughts on this story in the comments section below. That's going to be fun. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And subscribe to What Culture Wrestling on either iTunes, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts from. There's a Wednesday Night War preview just going up, and we're going to be discussing loads more topics going forward, wrestling discussions, that sort of thing. Or you can check them out at What Culture Wrestling on either iTunes, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts from. Let us know your thoughts on Twitter at WhatCultureWWE. Watch there, follow both of us. You can follow him at
Adam Cleary, CLERY.
You can follow me at Adam Wilborn. Follow us all at What Culture WWE, as I said. But for now, this has been the afternoon news. And thanks, Adam Cleary. Thank you for watching. And we will see you soon.